Hello everyone, this is Volume here, bringing you another episode for Guy Fieri's Flaming Hot Pokemon League. So yeah, we had a good first start with a 6-0, and now we're facing someone else who won, who beat, I think, supposedly a formidable opponent. And his team was really scary. Like, Kieran Black, Mence, Manaphy, Mega Diancie, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Necrozoma. Although, I don't know how scary that is on Marowak Alolan form. What else is there? Superior. Some other stuff. He had Mantine, that wasn't really scary. And, like, Drapion, again, not really scary. But, like, yeah. But he had some pretty, like, sizable threats here. And let's go right into the match and see how things were. So first, let's get rid of this guy Fieri, and here we are into the match. So, looking at his team, I was somewhat surprised that I did not see either Mence or Kieran Black. Expected at least one, if not both. So that I was like, okay, I'll take that. I don't want to fight either of those. Mega Diancie showed up. I was like, okay, why? Not really sure. Didn't really feel like it did anything to my team, kind of. I mean, a little bit to the fighting types, because he's a strong fighting type weakness, but so maybe that's why he didn't want to, and really that's why he brought Marowak too, which also I didn't really expect. Though I thought he would bring, like, Galv or something, I don't know. Or, like, Superior, one of those two, if he only brought one of the dragons, but he did not. But other than that, I kind of expected Necrozoma, the Sand, and Manaphy, because that's just really strong in general. So I found it difficult to prep for this, but I brought pretty much standard Lopunny. I was able to run Adamant because I outspeed everything, and I even outspeed Scarf T-Tar with pretty much max speed. So that was pretty good. We have Azu here, who was basically my win con, but I'm not really gonna go into the set. But yeah, it was basically my win con. So Another Queen here again. I was thinking about maybe suicide leading or not, but opted not to. I brought it for other reasons. Once again, really don't feel like specifying the set there because might be useful. I don't really like doing team builders. And then Mew was just there as a defensive check pivot thing and I need a defog in case he, like, T-spikes me with Drapion, and in case he sticky webbed me, and I was like, yeah, no, need defog, otherwise bad things happen. Sizar was just AV with superpower, knockoff U-turn, and bullet punch, I believe. And then I had just standard Conkeldurr, AV Conkeldurr, actually, with max HP instead of max special defense, because I kind of wanted to take some hits. But, yeah, I think that is basically my team. Let's go into the match. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick still, though fortunately for me, it's only my nose. I'm getting over stuff. It's been like 3 weeks. It's not fun. But yeah, let's go into this match. So I lead Sizar here, but as he leads Necrozoma. Now the reason why I led Sizar here is I was kind of want to lead Nidoqueen, but I also don't want him to lead Necrozoma, and he led Necrozoma, and I was like, or anything else really. Cause I was thinking, well, what if he just led Manaphy and that just bones my Nidoqueen? So, but I had a plan for that. But I was like, that's not smart. He has stuff that can beat me, and I don't want to lean Nidoqueen. Then I was like, Necrozoma. Like, oh shit, I am fucked because he could have HP Fire, and that fucking two shots me. And he's faster than me because I don't run any speed investment. So I'm like, well, I have flaws in my plan. So I was like, well, this is not good. I think I just switch out into Mew, right? So as a hopefully not getting fucked by this thing, because it has a Combine and SD. But he instead switches out into his Marowak, and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of bad for me, so I just instantly switch out into Conkeldurr as he goes for the Shadow Bone. Which I'm like, alright. But, wait, let me just keep playing for a second. But he gets the defense drop, and I was like, I literally just looked this move up. Doesn't it only have a 20% chance to do it? And yep, it only does. And I'm like, damn it, that's not good. So far, not the best start. Excuse me while I cough. I thought I wasn't doing that, but I guess I'm talking a a little bit fast. So hopefully I'm, like, understandable. But, so yeah. The Conkeldurr comes out, and I'm like, I send out the Conkeldurr, and Marowak comes out. I'm like, alright, he's either bluffing really hard or he doesn't have HP Fire. So, yeah. I mean, so, like, one of the two, right? So, I go into my Conkeldurr, and I'm negative defense, and I'm like, I don't really like this. Flare Blitz can kind of do damage to me. I kind of want this thing for the late game, because, it can put into work on Tyranitar and Conkeldurr and not Conkeldurr, Excadrill. So I'm like, alright, this thing, I feel like this thing is pretty useful. I don't want to get rid of it. So, and then I checked the calc on my Mew, and I realized this dude is like no attack. He has no attack into his Marowak. I'm like, okay, Mew can eat a Shadow Bone. So, I believe I switch into Mew, back into Mew. But he Stealth Rocks, and I'm like, alright, so either, I'm still full health, he can either Shadow Bone me, and that does damage, and I can just get rid of his rocks, and, yeah, alright, so sure, that seems like a good idea, so I just defy the rocks away, right? But then he goes into T-Tar, I'm like, okay, whatever, it's T-Tar, right? It's just T-Tar. But, I'm an idiot, because T-Tar runs Pursuit, and I'm stupid, so I take massive damage out of my Mew, but Travel's like, alright, fine. It's not like the worst thing in the world. I'm just going to go into Conk here. Basically force him out. Now, I don't remember what he goes into. I knock off here, I believe, because I predict a switch, and he does switch into the Necrozoma. I was like, why would you stay in? Stupid, easy knockoff. I mean, to be fair, he could have just switched into, like, the Diancie, and that would have been smart, and I would have been boned, but I was like, he won't do that, and I mean, he didn't, so it worked out, but I guess, I mean, if Fighting type moved, it wouldn't have been the best thing for his Diancie. So, but, I mean, I don't know. I was like, alright. So I look at this thing like, alright, this thing is not, is full HP, has a little bit of defense, I think. But, not max defense. So I don't know what his investment is, but all I know is that he can kill me, and I don't want to die. So I'm pretty sure I just switch out into, like, Sizlor here, because I'm like, you don't have HP Fire. He Psychics, because he's just going for the obvious play. I'm like, alright, so either he really wants to kill Conkeldurr if he has HP Fire, right? Or he doesn't have HP Fire. I'm like, well, he switched out last time, right? And theoretically, I switch into this thing, right? Which means I plan to attack, unless I'm baiting the HP Fire. So, I don't know what my logic was here, but I was like, basically, my opinion in the moment was like, fuck it, I'm gonna U-turn and just hope that he's, like, gonna try to outplay me or he doesn't have the HP Fire. So, I U-turn. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I wanted a superpower there, because that never came up to me. I'm like, you know what? That was probably a good idea. So, no, he switches into Excadrill on the Sizar, so that's his counter. Doesn't know Sizar gets superpower. I don't know. I wouldn't have done that myself, but maybe he thought it was like, oh, he totally wants superpower. It's stupid. Because I have a ghost type in the back. It's like, Anyway, so I go into my Azu, my Wincon here. Now, I am Belly Drum Azu, but, I could have done that. Probably won the game if I did that right here, but I opted not to because I was like, damage, that's good. Let's just go for Aqua Jet, because I really didn't feel like his team was low enough. I felt like Manaphy could beat me, though maybe it couldn't. I don't know. I didn't want to risk the burn, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, we're not going for that. So, Aqua Jet, he just goes on the Manaphy. I was like, well, maybe I should have predicted that, because that would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? Because that's pretty much the obvious play. But I really wanted Excadrill dead because, I don't know. I just don't... It outspeeds my entire team in the sand. And that's not something I want to deal with. So, I'm like, alright, I can eat an energy ball from this thing. If I get burned by Scald, that will be unfortunate. However, I am... yeah... but yeah, Scald burns. So I'm like, well, you know what, that's fine. Definitely, don't know that I was like, whatever, Scald can burn me, you know. Definitely not something else. But, I'm like, alright, I can eat this. Might as well just go for a play rough to stop the setup. And he sets up. I'm like, alright, I play rough into this thing. Now he's basically in range of all of my priority and literally all of my everything is priority except for Nidoking and Mew. But why would I go into Mew? And Well, actually, I think I do go into Mew just to sack so I can get a free switch. That's basically why. And then Needle Queen, I'm like, yeah, yeah, whatever. So that's a thing. So we go into the Mew, die. As he goes for the energy ball, I realize I can OHKO me. Really don't feel like dealing with that. So I go into my Megalopony here and just go for the fake out because I'm like, might as well. And then in case he switches into something, yeah, and he goes to Necrozoma, I'm just gonna kill that thing with return, switch out into Sizor on this thing because I can eat stuff unless he has HP Fire. But I'm like, fuck it, this dude obviously. It's just like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But anyway, hold up. Let me pause for a second. So yeah, I'm like, all right, he doesn't have HP Fire. He doesn't Mega. I'm not really sure why. Maybe that was a misclick. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I switch out. Well, I don't switch. He switches out. I'm like, I know you're going to switch out because you went into Exeggutor last time. And I'm just going to assume that you're just going to do it again because screw it. And if I get that wrong, it's not the end of the world. Because, well, yeah, I could have taken an HP Fire to the face, but I was like, that won't happen. Because I can just bullet punch kill this thing, right? So why would you stand? So, yeah. And then he could have gotten the Marowak, which I was like, oh, he could totally do that. Totally not be fun. I don't know why, but I ended up like, okay, but yeah, sorry, I'm just mumbling a whole bunch, but I was like, I could probably switch into like Conkeldurr or something, it'll be fine. So I superpower, predict, get the KO, Scizor picking up a kill, and he goes into the Marowak. Like I said, Conkeldurr comes out, take the burn. I don't know why he did that. I'm Guts. I OHKO with this knockoff as he goes for the Fire Punch. He's done. Dunzoed. Goodbye. Don't Will-O-Wisp when they have a Conkeldurr. No. Unless you're that confident that he won't go into the Conkeldurr. But that was my best play in my opinion. I go for the Mach Punch here for damage and die. And Scizor just kind of cleans up. I was like, I Bullet Punch here and Bullet Punch again. And then he goes into this thing. I'm like, you're not Scarf Flamethrower. And he just dies. So, and then that's game, basically, because I kill this thing with Bullet Punch no matter what. So I take the W here, 4-0. We're 4-0. We're 2-0, plus 10 differential. On top of our league right now, our conference. Although I never play anyone in the other conference, so what if like everyone on the other? I don't even know. I don't watch other people's matches. I'm just like, yeah. Let's go for this. Anyway, this was a game that worked out for me. There could have been things. Definitely made a whole bunch of ballsy predictions, but I mean, it worked out for me. So a lot like superpowering those things, like expecting not to die. Those things. Though I don't know. I expected. I don't know. The Manaphy play, that was just kind of a bad play on his part. I made a couple risky plays that I predicting I wouldn't get HP fired, take an HP fire to the face. Yeah. Though I bet actually Superpower might have been able to OHKO the fucking Diancie. I have no clue. Though I have actually no clue. But anyway, yeah, that happened. Hopefully I didn't speak way too fast. I might have, and I'm pretty sure I said the same thing over and over again. But I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed this battle. Especially since I thought I was like, oh fuck, he has a lot of things that can do a lot of things. Like literally, if you look at my team builder thing, there's like I do the thing that Anthony Zazel does because I don't know, because I watch his videos. He's pretty cool. So I do the thing where you lift out all the possible sets because that is really smart. And I bet a lot of people do that who are good at this game. But yeah, I do that, and then I was like, holy shit, he has so many things he can do that would not be good for my health. So, but fortunately for me, I was able to take a W. Really don't know why Diancie came. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.